Welcome to Vedic Mathematics for school. Today in Lesson 5, we shall be learning multiplication of double-digit numbers. By Sutra 3. Let us recapitulate that Lesson 1 and Lesson 2 have been about addition and multiplication by the rule of Ganita Sutra 1. एकाधिकेन पूर्वेन one more than before. Lessons 3 and 4 have been about double digits. As double column, format, and tables by reducing the bigger digits 6, 7, 8 and 9 into smaller digits by vinculum method. Today a step ahead. We are taking help of Sutra 3. Sutra 3 reads as Udharva Tiryag Bhyam. Literally it means vertically and crosswise. Simple expression is going upward and also going diagonal wise. This simple expression, this simple rendering of this sutra is having very big range of applications, and today we are just having initial exposure of the same. Let me take a double digit number 23 and we want to multiply it by 23 itself. So first we will write them in double column format, a first column and a second column. Now here the rule is that multiply first digits. Here also multiply the last digits, and then to have a cross multiplication of 3 with 2 and 2 with 3 and write it as 6 plus 6. We will come to it, the efficacy of it, simplicity of it, convenience of it, and how wonderfully it is making multiplication as the most simplest form. So stepwise, if we want to multiply two-digit number, say digit 1, and digit 2 with another number of double digits, digit 1 and digit 2, then this multiplication will be of the format of triple columns, the first column, middle column and the last column. Here we'll do multiplication of D1 with D2, D1 with D1. Here we'll have D2 multiplied by D2, and here we'll have 2 times multiplication, D1 with D2 and D2 with D1. So here it will be D1, D2 plus D1, D2. If we take back to our concrete illustration of 23 with 23, then our 3 column setup will give us 9, 6 and 6, 6. Yeah, here will be plus 6 and here will be 2 and 2, 4. It will be 4, 12 and 9. 1 to be carried forward, 5, 2 and 9. Now, if we want to multiply, say, 13 with 12, then straightway we'll say 6, 3 and 2, 5, 1 and 1, 1. So things will become mental. Whole process will become a mental process. Now let us revisit this format. We are having a nose and a pair of eyes. So if we want to multiply 23 with 23, then at our forehead, if we have this impressions, we'll say right here 9, right here 4, and we'll say 12, then we'll say carry forward it here, we'll say 5, 2 and 9. Now if we want to multiply, say 51 with 51, then straightway 1, 25, 5 and 5, 10, 1 is carried forward, 26, 0 and 1 is the answer. So if we want to do it for say 63, and if we reduce 6 as 1, 4 and 3, then it will become a triple digit multiplication. If we want to do it 63 by 63, first let us make ourselves complete visit to double digit numbers and have this form. Take it that it is a triple digit, 3 places, here this and this multiplication, here this and this multiplication, and here would be first cross multiplication plus second cross multiplication. 3 with 3, 2 with 3, and here will be 2 with 2, and here will be 3 with 2 and 2 with 3. Now once we have firm print of this format in our mind, with the help of our nose having a pair of eyes, and here our forehead is going to be our board where we have to take an impression. So if we will set it that here is 2, here is a 3, and then we will say 2 and 3, and then the impression here in the mind will make this format for us, and we will be knowing we have to have 3 type of things. Here we'll get it 9, here we'll get 4, Here we've got 6 plus is 12. So when we will be mentally alert, we'll take it simultaneously 5, 2, and 9. It is the reason that Vedic mathematics is called a mental mathematics. If question arises as to why it is a mental mathematics, the answer would be straight, that things have been so organized sequentially that we can have their printout in our forehead, because our forehead is so organized that we having a double nostrils and pair of eyes. And if this thing gets printed in our forehead, which is with the first impressions, very, very quickly it happens. So when we see the patterns, when we see the sequential steps, so patterns and the sequential steps, these are the two things. And these two things are that first sequential is ekadike, one after the other, and it is the first sutra, anurupen, follow the form as it looks like, symmetry. So if we are good at in symmetry, looking the patterns, and if we are good at sequential steps one after the other, then the entire mathematics gets reduced like a computer program, machine doing it one after the another. So dear students, you have to be very, very alert, very, very conscious, as that Vedic mathematics is simple because it is having a sequential form one after the other, and it is having the patterns. When we say patterns, we say 1, 1, 1, and if we write 2, 2, and 2, it is just a pattern. Instead of 1, we have written it 2. It is this thing which is to be making ultimately our intelligence growth. The intelligence growth is just nothing but having firm control over the steps which are sequential and which are symmetrical. If one can recognize the symmetry and if one can patternise the sequential steps, then everything will become very, very simple. Vedic mathematics teachers have a big responsibility, as mind is a very, very delicate instrument, and young minds are having innocence fulfilled things. There is innocence which is there in the mind, and this innocence should not have a scratch, and it will not have a scratch if everything is a natural. So we have to go parallel with the nature. Going parallel with the nature means you look at your body and see there is a symmetry. When you will be recognizing the symmetry of your body, like having a pair of ears, pair of eyes, nose having pair of nostrils, mouth having 16 teeth above and 16 below, the cord is having 33 parts. Now there are arms. Arms have hands. Hands have, all 5 are having, 4 of them having 3 bits and 1 is having 2, and same is happening here on the right side as well. Not only that, even at the legs as well it is like this. So it is this symmetry which is natural recognition for the mind, and mind itself is having left part and a right part. It is the reason why there is a fundamental unity of a human mind, why man is always reaching at the same conclusions while they are put in the same situation. It is this what is to be learnt, and once we will learning this, then we will be parallel with Vedic mathematics as let it be what is happening in the sun and let it be what is happening within the human body. Both are parallel. Only thing is we have to recognize the symmetry. Once we will be recognizing the symmetry, then even if we go to a tree or we go to a bird or we go to animal, everywhere this rule of symmetry and progression will work. So Vedic mathematics is a universal mathematics. Sit comfortably, meditate, recognize the patterns, follow the sequential steps, and everything is a mental process. Thank you very much.